The poet visualizes an independent India. He declares that the Indians have fought hard for the freedom of the country. They are not victims of caste born pride of disparity anymore, nor are they subservient to anyone any longer. The British can no longer use their wiles to divide the Indians. Hence, they celebrate the country's independence from the British rule. It is now their turn to enjoy the fruits of freedom. They now have freedom of rule and are all equal. They will blow the conch of victory and declare their independence for all the world to hear. The poet says that lies and deceit are now dead. This is the time for the wicked to be destroyed या फिर punished and good to be rewarded. The citizens of independent India will now respect the plowman and the worker. They shall put an end to greed and question the idlers and the squanderers. They shall also put an end to immoral ways of living. The poet pleads with the masses to inculcate within them the patriotic spirit. He declares that they should live united so that no nation can enslave them ever again. The poet concludes that he and his fellow countrymen will prosper by serving God. Question 2. What is the message that the poet conveys in the poem? The poet conveys a message of new beginnings for independent India in the poem, one in which older flaws will be corrected and a hopeful future will be built through hard work and enthusiasm. How does the poet want to celebrate freedom? The poet wants to celebrate freedom through song and dance, joyfully declaring this freedom to other nations and by doing the hard, worthy labor of building a new India. Fourth, the poet envisages India's freedom from the British rule. What does freedom mean to the poet? How does he want to celebrate it? To the poet, freedom means restoring national pride, rebuilding a strong, self reliant nation, ensuring equality, moral values, and freedom of speech, and celebrating India's victory before the world. Fifth, what are the undesirable norms and qualities that the poet wants to fight against? The poet wants to fight against certain undesirable norms and qualities from India's past, like caste based discrimination, tendency towards passive subservience, and certain negative qualities like poor morals and lack of strength. Sixth, each line in stanza 2 begins with the word gone. Why has the poet repeated this word? The poet repeats this word to emphasize that all this lies in India's past. Question 7. Do you think the vision of India that the poet imagined has been achieved? Give reason for your answer. I think India has tried to move in the direction of the poet's vision, but this vision has not yet been realized. It is a work in progress because democracy and nation building is hard challenging work. We continue to struggle with inequality, caste based discrimination, and we do not honor workers and farmers. Much work lies ahead of us. Eighth, patriotism is a feeling of attachment and commitment to a country. When do you feel the most patriotic? Why? I feel the most patriotic when I see any Indian making a sincere effort to improve our country. This could be a simple thing like picking up litter from the streets or standing up for the rights of those fellow Indians who cannot fight for themselves. नाइन्थ, ये जो पोम है फ्री वर्स में लिखी गई है। फ्री वर्स वो पोइट्री होती है जिसमें कोई राइमिंग स्कीम नहीं होती, कोई पैटर्न्स नहीं होते। तो अब हमें क्या करना है, हमें भी एक राइमिंग स्कीम को यूज़ करके या फिर फ्री वर्स को यूज़ करके हमारे आइडियाज़ लिखने हैं। तो मैंने लिखे हैं, यू कैन चेक।